Zidane Danny, Electro Ninja here, and welcome back to a very special Nerd Chat with your fellow host.
I'm Jack.
And yes, it is officially the new year. We pre recorded this a little bit ago, yesterday, actually, um, give or take. Uh, since we were going to be busy for the actual transition to the new year, but we hope that every single person is ready and gonna have a good new year. Uh, and yeah, we thought we would just discuss a few things, specifically about since we are getting ready for a new year. Um,
And I'm not going to say 2026 is going to be our year or
no,
anything like that because I'm
definitely not.
approaching this year with caution.
I think everyone should approach this year with caution. Yeah, there's a video that I've seen a few times where everyone is just like, yeah, I don't see anyone saying 2026 is gonna be my year, and I think that that's very telling. That yeah, nobody wants to say that. Just
It's too dangerous.
it really is. It really is too dangerous to say something like that. So, yeah. We're not gonna say that it's gonna be our year, but we are gonna try our best. That's the most important thing is that we try our best to make this year as good as we can, and I think that that's as much as we can say. Um, Obviously, there's a lot going on in the world, and hopefully things will be getting better, but there's no way that we can know. I mean, did you hear about the doomsday clock being now less than a minute? Or it went down again.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, it's closer. We're closer to midnight. To midnight. I think it's like 58 seconds or something like that.
Well, that's great.
So yeah, we're cautious to say the least. Um. So yeah. So yeah, doomsday clock. Let's change the topic from that. Yeah.
What are you excited for this coming year?
Mostly movies and video games that we discussed all of that in the previous nerd chat. Um, and that's like obviously like uh whatever's gonna happen with Pokemon Day because we're pretty sure that there's gonna be something big. Um, whatever's gonna be happening with various different games and video and movies and shows like that. Personally, I'm excited for Doomsday, uh, as in the Avengers movie, not the countdown clock. But Avengers Doomsday, as well as the new Spider-Man movie, as well as like a few. There's a few different other. There's like books and shows and all sorts of things. Um, Whatever's gonna happen with the next Percy Jackson range thing, because most likely we are going to be getting a third Percy Jackson nearing college years um, book. That's probably going to be coming out this year. We're probably going to be seeing another uh, drift or another Dragons book, Dragon Ship series book. We're probably going to see another Impossible Creatures, and we're probably going to see some other books. I don't know. Obviously, we're not going to be seeing anything from A.F. Stedman this year, or as far as we're aware. Um, but yeah, a few different things. I'm hoping to do more stuff here on the channel. I'd like to figure out some uh, different things to do. I'm not going to get too much in depth with it, but yeah. Um, but how about you? What are some of the things that you're excited for?
I'm excited for. So, there's a new book coming out by my favorite author, of course.
Yeah.
Um, so it's called. This one is called "You're No Better," and it's
Okay.
about a boy, a trans boy, of course, because that's all this author writes. A trans boy whose father was a serial killer that he put in jail.
Oh, geez.
and now he has to prove to the documentarian who's making a documentary about his dad that he's better than his dad.
Dang.
Yeah, it's gonna be amazing. I'm so excited.
Fair. That it sounds fun. Um, but yeah.
Currently reading his third YA book called Compound Fracture
Mm.
about, you guessed it, a trans boy, but it's in West Virginia this time, and he's part of this long-standing family feud that he has to deal with, and he ends up accidentally killing someone, and it's a whole situation.
Dang. Sounds fun.
He's a fantastic author, and I think if anyone can handle the gore, that they should definitely read him.
Fair enough. Oh, yeah. That books in general. There's gonna be a lot of them this year, I think. Um. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see what happens. There are in terms of like things that we would like to do this year, because I don't want to say let's make some New Year's resolutions, because we all know how resolutions go. But what are some things that you would like to accomplish this year?
I would like to figure out my budget, frankly. Like,
Fair
if we're gonna
enough.
be totally honest here.
That's fair. Yeah. Um, there are a few things that I would like to get accomplished. For one, for those of you who are not fully aware, the YouTube channel is currently the only thing that I am doing when it comes to making. I, yeah. So, in terms of my jobs, and that is not great. So, yeah, not gonna get into all of that situation right now, but I do
But you'd
need.
like a job. I'd like a new job.
Yeah. And honestly, if YouTube could actually kick off, I'd be fine with that being my main source of income if I could actually, if it would actually work. But that takes subscribers. So, a subtle plug. As well as like people purchasing things. Um and I would also like to try and finish. I keep saying this. I think I've said it every year. I need to finish writing Pelora and the Dragon Child.
Yes.
I you know what the work that I've been doing on it, and it's not been much in the past few years. So I need to get it done. I would like to actually release Pelora and the Dragon Child. Whether or not it releases this year, or it's just like we're able to do like some good development and stuff to get it ready to go out this in either hopefully next year. I'm fine with either option, but I'm hoping to get it out this year if I can. Um, and I would also like to remake Sting's Adventures also.
That would be amazing.
For those of you who are not aware, and I have told Jack this, there are several things that I would like to change about the Sting's Adventures book. Primarily stuff. For one thing, you had not come out as trans when the first book when it originally released.
True.
I don't like. I think you had told me at least that you were non-binary at that point. But
Yeah.
but that was about it, and very few people were even aware of that. So
Right. I hadn't come out publicly.
yeah, and your character and a lot of the characters in Sting's Adventures are based on real people, and as such, there are certain things that in the first book I think I could have done a lot better, just due to like conflicts and all sorts of stuff. We're not going to get into the whole backstory of that, but really separate for one, I would like to separate the characters from the people that they're based on, as well as make them also discuss certain things, such as like your character actually dealing with the idea of being trans and realizing that for the first time. Because even though our characters were young, you started to understand that at an early age. So
I did.
even if you didn't have the words for it.
Exactly. And you'll find even in pictures as a child, I look very masculine. It's not like it was hidden.
Yeah.
The only people who were surprised when I came out were my biological parent.
Yeah.
And that's because they're dumb as boxes of rocks.
Yeah. I mean, there were some of us who were like slightly surprised, but then we thought about it for more than a few seconds, and we're like, "Oh, yeah, that makes sense."
That checks out, yeah.
But yeah. So yeah, that's some things. I don't want to get our hopes up, but I do have the hope that Ben will come back to us at some point. But
that would be nice.
It would be nice. We've said it multiple times, but there's no guarantee of it. We talked a little bit about some stuff that was going on behind the scenes. We're not going to get into that right now. But if Joker / Ben were to come back, we would welcome him, as long as he's actually getting in a better place. Whether or not he rejoins Nerd Chat, that's another situation. But yeah. So there's that. Also, I would like at some point to bring some more people into the Nerd Chat as like guests, or just showing up in maybe we could even get some people that will actually be full member or something.
That would be cool.
Yeah. If we could get like an actual team set up, that would be fantastic at some point. But I'm not necessarily expecting
one of our
that.
goals should be planning Nerd Chats.
That's fair.
Just coming up with shit to talk about the night before.
Or a few minutes before. Cough, cough now.
Yeah. I mean, just a thought.
Just a thought. But also... I mean, the advantage with it, though, with it being kind of impromptu, is that we can actually see, like, things that have happened, like, within a week. And...
That's true.
And change things. Like, obviously, we can't, like... There are, when it comes to, like, books, movies, shows, it often depends on whether or not we actually discussed things beforehand. Whether or not we actually got the book, got the movie, read the book, or watched the movie, whatever it is. It all depends on that. But, like, there can be, like, big news that happens just randomly throughout the week, and we can be like, oh, let's discuss that. So whether or not it's within like a few hours, I don't think that's necessarily the biggest situation, but yeah. I don't know. It's fun. It's fun to see what we can do. But yeah, I think the probably the biggest goal is to make the channel better. And I think that's a good general option, as well as like if we can get some people to be like guests and stuff. I think that would be a lot of fun. Exactly who would be some guests, I'm not sure yet. I do have some ideas. I think that there are a few people that I've been talking to that might be good collabs at some point. Obviously, there has been Latios Ultima, who has been who's a great streamer that I've kind of done some collabs with him. Basically just being on stream, both on the same stream. But I don't know. We'll see about that. And there are other people as well that I've talked to. We could probably get Gothic Phoenix on here at some point. Obviously, she's been on a few nerd chats, I think. Well, maybe not nerd chats, but at least live streams. So, yeah. And yeah, I guess another thing that just like is coming to mind is how much has happened in this past year. Like, if we think about it, it's been a lot. Granted, most of what has been happening here on the channel has been nerd chats, live streams. Um, we did have the unboxing of
The Switch 2.
the Switch 2, yep, and a few other things along those lines. Uh, I've done a lot of live streams over this past year, and it it was kind of insane, all things considered. All of the things that we were able to get done. Um, but yeah, primarily it was we've been live streaming, and um, yeah, like uh, yeah, we did. Obviously, we did the New Year's stuff last year, and wow, it feels weird to say that um, the Switch 2 was like in the middle of the year.
It was. It was almost 6 months ago.
Yeah. And when it comes to like live streams that I've done over the past year, I've been relatively pretty good with live streaming. Not every day. I haven't live streamed every single day over the past year. But I have been live streaming most days. At least once throughout the main part of the week, pretty much all year. I think the only days that I haven't have been Saturdays and Sundays, and then obviously certain during certain holidays and stuff we haven't done that. But and obviously we've watched over a lot of things. You know what's also kind of insane though is that this has been the really the only year that Marvel Rivals has been out. It feels like it has been way longer, but they just had their first anniversary, and
That's crazy.
yeah, they did a lot. They did a lot of stuff with that, and I personally I would say slow down because holy crap, you're doing a lot. Like a new season every 2 months is insane to think about for them. Um, but I don't know. We'll see what happens with that. Um, and yeah, in terms of like what to expect from the future, I don't know. There's a lot that we could see. I'd like to actually be able to do some more nerds playing games videos, as well as what we just need to figure out what we want to do with that. If we're gonna do that though, um,
Yeah, definitely. I think doing some more of Dispatch would be fun.
yeah. So we might do that. That is a definite possibility that we will probably be watching or we will probably be playing Dispatch over on the Nerds Playing Games channel, little by little. I'm not gonna say we're gonna do this every week or whatever. No, we're not gonna say that. But I'd like to be able to possibly, if we could, I'd like to do at least one Nerds Playing Games video every week. But we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Um, but yeah, and I think it's important to remember to keep trying, for lack of a better way to put that, because we know that this year is going to be tough. This year has been tough. Um, we haven't really been going too much over our lives this year, but both of us lost pets this year. Um, and
Yeah. This year was rough on the pets. I will say that.
Yeah,
Uh,
and the jobs.
Pets
Um,
and jobs. I lost 2 jobs this last year.
yeah. I've been looking for a job for several months now. Um, uh, at least one of our parents lost their job. One of each of our parents lost their jobs.
Yep.
So, and it's pretty bad in
It's
terms of
been brutal.
it's been brutal in the job department. And that's one of the reasons why I would like to actually be able to push this channel more, um, and get it to be in a better place. If we could actually boost this channel to be at least functioning, with some income coming from this, that would be fantastic. Um, it's not gonna be much, but if we can get up to 1,000 subscribers by soon, that would be fantastic. I don't expect it to happen, but we're approaching 11 years on this in this channel. Um, which, yeah, I was planning to do something special for the 10-year anniversary, but just everything happened. So yeah, um, and then obvious
Life happened.
life this year, because this was also the year that Joker left.
Yep.
So that's just unfortunate.
We've had a
Um,
lot of grief this year.
we
I will
really
say
have,
that. It's been a year of grief.
and
Um,
hopefully it can get better, please.
yes, amen to that. Hopefully we will lose less this next year.
Yeah,
2026, I'm hoping for a year of gaining and less losing.
yeah,
So far, so good. You know, Nicole is warming up to me. Mama Bear's girlfriend is warming up to me. Um, I'm busy the official New Year's Day because Mama Bear's husband said that he'd feel better if I didn't have a dark day. You know, like I'm gaining so much so far,
yeah,
and I hope it only continues.
yeah. Let's hope that this year gets better. That this year is better than the previous one. And I think the big thing is, can things
Just
get
calm down.
calm the fuck down here, especially here in America, because yeah, um, it shouldn't be a question of life and death on practically every day on whether or not people are going to be able to live in the country.
Yeah.
And that's honestly what it's been feeling like. So we'll see what happens there. I'm not gonna. We really shouldn't be getting too heavy with that, but yeah.
Hopefully Trump dies.
I mean, you said it. You're the one who said it, but yes. uh,
A boy can dream.
yeah, and I guess also, can AI stop being a thing? Real quick, actually, let's. I briefly want to mention that. Actually, AI, stop it. Go to hell. All every single one of these things. We shouldn't be having to have this massive discussion constantly of like what is going on with AI, because and constantly being really really concerned that people are using AI for various different arts. Um, like the picture that we're using for the 2026 new year, I was so worried that it was gonna be AI that I was looking through a lot of images and just like, okay, which ones are not AI and how can I tell for certain? Thank you, Shutterstock. As you can see, their name, uh, they actually have a thing that specifically says if it's AI. Um, so I might start using them for various different things because, yeah, holy shit, it should not be this hard to tell if it's an AI thing or not. Um, and we shouldn't have to worry about like
We
video
need that
game.
opt out of AI tool on everything. No more
Yes.
Meta AI, no more XAI, no more Grok,
Yeah.
no more nothing.
Yeah. At this point,
I want an
everyone
opt
leave.
out button.
everyone leave Twitter. Just everyone leave Twitter, and then we don't have to. And then tell him to go fuck himself, and then we can. And then we switch over to something better. That's one
Blue
thing.
Sky.
Yeah, Blue Sky. Blue Sky works. They're anti-AI, so yay.
Or even Threads. I mean, for fuck's sake.
Well, Threads is through Meta, though.
I mean, yeah, but it's better than Twitter.
That's true. But yeah, Meta needs to stop. There's like a bunch of things that they're doing right now that are like causing AI, and it's bad. I think I'm not certain which is worse when it comes to the AI front. I really don't know anymore. But yeah, it's bad. And in terms of the video games using AI, should we briefly discuss the thing that we were talking about that we talked about a few days ago about the certain video game?
Oh, Fortnite?
No, the other one.
Oh, Expedition 33. Yes.
Okay, so I briefly wanted to discuss this. Personally, I don't think it was the worst situation with them. From what I'm understanding, it is they used basically AI assets and got rid of them really quickly. So it sounds like it was just a temporary thing, but at the same time, it's a big debate. And honestly, I think that it is a reasonable debate to be having on whether or not we allow any AI in the development of games, and should games be getting their awards if they used AI. I think my concern is that the Game Awards previously they did say that they were anti-AI. They apologized profusely for a video game that was AI generated, even making it into a trailer. And yet this year, an AI game won. Well, not a fully AI game, but a game that used AI pretty extensively in its development. And then also Expedition 33 won 12 different frickin' awards. Or, I don't know how many awards it was. But it was nominated for so many, and it won most of them. And as I think the debate about it, I think it's reasonable. It's not from the Game Awards themselves that they lost the award. They did, as far as I'm aware, they are keeping their Game awards. But it also sounds like they made a conscious effort to get away from AI. What exactly that was, I don't know. So I don't necessarily think that they don't deserve their award, considering the fact that they got rid of it. But I don't know. It concerns me. It concerns me a lot. What do you think?
I think that the use of AI is becoming more normalized is concerning.
Yeah.
I just read an article on not allowing students in college to use AI and how this one professor did it. And the students actually flourished and did so much better and learned so much more.
Yeah. And I think when if we talk about the school situation when it comes to AI, it really should be banned for any use when it comes to school, because students aren't learning if they're using AI. And it can I think Neil deGrasse Tyson actually said that if students feel the need to cheat, they're not learning. Whatever the method is of cheating, they're not learning. They're just doing it for a good grade. And that goes for anything that is using AI. You're not learning using AI. And honestly, it feels like this right now, the world doesn't want to learn, and it's getting dumber. It really, really is. And that concerns me. So, yeah. Please, people, be smarter. That's all we ask. Um, but yeah, that's the big thing. Please, no more AI. Please stop with it. And I don't know. And let this year be better, please. Let's enjoy our video games, enjoy our movies, enjoy the time we have together because we're gonna need it. The world is falling apart and it needs to stop falling apart because yeah. I don't know. I think that's pretty much all I have to say. I don't want this to be a downer video.
Yeah. I would love it to be a year of gaining things.
Yes.
Gaining love, gaining whatever we need to be successful, and starting anew for real this time.
Yeah. It would be funny if we both ended up getting girlfriends in this year.
Oh, that would be amazing. I would love them.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, so that's we'll see what happens. Yeah, let's hope for a good year. Let there be more books, more games. I mean, in terms of like, I've we briefly mentioned last time the sheer amount of anime that is releasing this year. Much of it I'm really excited for, and the fact that it's a transition, and I think that it's going to be interesting over the next few years, with anime specifically, but in the world as a whole, as we transition from one era to another. Because My Hero Academia just ended, One Piece is about to end, Jujutsu Kaisen I think is getting close to its end. There's a lot that are coming to their ends. Demon Slayer is coming to its end, but that's going to be a little bit longer because of they're doing movies for the next few years, I understand.
Yeah.
But a lot of other, like, using anime specifically as the example, it's the transition from one era to another. And we have a few things that are, like, holding on just a little bit longer to kind of help with the transition to the new to this new era, whatever it becomes. But soon, within the next few years, a lot of series are concluding. Like My Hero Academia, like I said, it just ended. And while we are going to be extremely excited in April when Witch Hat Atelier comes out, as well as several other series. But yeah, April, that's going to be fun. That's going to be a fun time. Because, yeah, that's also when I think, is that when it's happening? My Hero Academia is having one last thing. Yeah, My Hero Academia is in May. But where it has like one last special episode. And then when it comes to everything else, who knows? We'll see what happens. It's going to be exciting. In terms of video games, obviously we've discussed it extensively, and that there will be more that we will be discussing throughout the year. And whatever happens with Pokemon, I think that's the easy answer. Pokemon. We're probably going to play Pokopia. That might be something that we do for Nerds Playing Games, actually.
Yes.
Because that's going to be fun. And with Gen 10 probably also getting its announcement soon. Yes, please. So, I think Pokemon is going to have its year this year. And in terms of like other game companies, I'm hoping that Square gets their act together and actually does something for Final Fantasy 4 or not for Final Fantasy 14. Final Fantasy 9, because they've been hinting at it practically all year, and they didn't do anything with it all this year, and yet they promoted the crap out of it. So please, if you're gonna announce something, announce it at the very least, and also do something with Kingdom Hearts, please, because it's kind of killing me at this point. But yeah. Also, I'm kind of getting concerned about Minecraft. I don't know how much you
Why is
know.
that?
So Minecraft is doing some weird things right now. For one, there's going to be there's a new person coming onto the team that is supposedly like going to be heavily involved, and they come from EA and Ubisoft, which is concerning. Anytime someone comes from EA or Ubisoft, you just gotta look at them very funnily. So, and on top of that, there's been some rumors about, like, I've been seeing some things about them putting like an AI chatbot in there on Minecraft that is supposedly like giving spoilers or some shit. And I'm kind of concerned if they're actually planning to do more stuff with AI, because they've kind of been hinting at the possibility of that. From what it sounds like, they do want to make sure they stand by the fact that AI needs to be controlled by humans, but at the same time, that doesn't necessarily mean that they're getting rid of AI. They're saying, no, AI, yeah. So, I don't know. I'm concerned. That is the bare minimum at this point. I am concerned for what Minecraft is doing. And hopefully they're not going to be going down the wrong road. But, yeah.
That would be bad.
That would be very bad, especially for Minecraft. So, we'll see what happens. But yeah, I think that's pretty much all I have to say about this. Hopefully, some things that haven't been announced will finally get announced, because there are some things that we would really love to see happening sooner rather than later. But we'll see what happens. I think that's the big thing. That is just the big point of this next year. We have to wait and see what happens, and it's kind of terrifying. But yeah, let this year be better, please. That's all we ask. We've said that a few dozen times. But with that, hopefully everyone is ready for the new year. I certainly hope I am. But anyways, I've been Electro Ninja, he's been Jack, and we will see you guys next time. But on
next year.
Yeah, next year with a nerd chat about Pokemon, because we already recorded that.
Yeah, go us. We're on top of it.
We're doing things in the wrong order, but that's fine. But yeah, see you in the new year, everybody. But on.